Hey guys, it's Lucia, and today I wanted to share with you the books that I've read recently because I finished one yesterday and I keep track of the ones I read and I put it up on Goodreads and all that stuff. And I realized that this month I have read 4 books. So I was just like, why don't I show them what I've been reading and what I've been liking and all that stuff? So I thought I would make this video, and hopefully some of you are into reading and like this type of video. So yeah, that's what I'm hopeful for, that some of you actually like this video and find it interesting. So let's just go ahead and start with the books that I have been reading this month. Also, if you like this type of thing, I have a blog that I made a couple months ago. I haven't posted that much on it yet, but I will. Pretty easy, Montes.com. You can just check that out, and yeah, just wanted to mention that. As much as I love having physical books, sadly I've been reading them all on my iPad here on iBooks. I will start with the one that I just finished yesterday, and that is Across the Universe. And I actually bought that book physically a long time ago, but it is back home in Spain with all my stuff. But I had to download it again because I really wanted to read it, but I just never brought that book here with me. So I decided to finally read it, and I loved it. It is a young adult book based on a futuristic setting. It all happens kind of inside a spaceship. And it is written from the perspective of 2 of the main characters, one boy and one girl, and it pretty much just goes one chapter for each from their perspective, and I really liked it, like I said. As you guys might know, I do enjoy futuristic books the most, and science fiction and all that. It incorporates a lot of that. The thing I will say is, it has a bunch of twists, and they all happen all at once right at the end. You expect them and you anticipate them, but just at the end is where everything happens. Like, you just get to see the steps, and then all at once everything happens. Some of the twists you kind of guess a little bit, but some of the others are pretty good, and there were some things I didn't expect, and I really liked it. Like I said, it is written, I don't think I said it, by Beth Revis. I don't know how to say her last name, but it was really good. I really enjoyed it, and I read it really fast, and I found myself wanting to know more about it and wanted to read more every single day. I will continue with young adult books, and I read one called Red Queen by Victoria Aveyard. I think that's how you say her last name. Again, not good at pronouncing stuff. But this is a new book that was released last month, and I heard about it through Goodreads actually, and I was just like, I need to read that as soon as it comes out, so I did. It shows a world where people have either red or silver blood. And as you might be able to guess, the silver ones are like the monarchy and all the people that are rich and all that stuff. And then, as it usually happens in young adult books, there's like a bunch of people who are like no ones, and they all have red blood. When I knew that setting and I read the title, I was like, okay, I know what this is about. It's gonna be about a red becoming a queen. But it's not really like that. I mean, you can guess some of it by the title, but it's not just that. It's really good, and I found that it's different from all the young adult books that I have read, just because it's more about loyalty and betrayals and stuff like that. I don't know, I don't think all the other young adult books I have read talk about those topics as much, so I thought it was refreshing for this one, and I did find it different from a bunch of the ones that I've read. Some of it became a bit hard to read and a bit dense. I think it was towards the middle. I was just like, oh, when is this gonna come to something? But it did come to something in the end, and I did really enjoy it. The next one is completely different from everything that I usually read, from everything that I've ever shared with you, but I read Mindy Kaling's book. If you don't know who she is, she's an actress, and she was in The Office, and she also has like her own TV show, The Mindy Project. She's like the main character. And I do find her really funny, and she was also a writer in The Office. And I do find her funny, and I do really like her. I follow her on social media and all that stuff. And I was just like, you know what, I'm gonna read her book. And I downloaded the sample first from iBooks. I was just like, I don't know how this is gonna be like, but I downloaded the sample. And that's a good tip if you don't know if you're gonna like a book or not. Download the sample from iBooks, and you get like 20 pages for free. The title of the book is Why is Everyone Hanging Out Without Me and Other Concerns, which I think is really funny on its own. But it is a book about her life, but not just her life. It is funny, and it shares a lot of anecdotes and her experience and all that stuff. I usually don't like celebrity books, and you won't find me reading many celebrity books just because I'm not interested in all that. but I did really enjoy reading this, and a lot of her experience were really cool, and I even found myself relating to her with some experiences, which was really cool, and it did give me an insight on some things. I don't know, I did really enjoy reading it, and I read it pretty fast. It is a very easy read, you will read it super fast. I know a lot of people won't like her humor because everyone's different, but to me she was really funny, and I did really enjoy the book. You can tell it is her thing. She wrote it, and it is really funny, it is her. And if she comes out with another book, I will definitely read it because I did really enjoy reading this one. The next one I read is The Time Machine by H.G. Wells, and I've made it a goal of mine to read most of the books that are classic science fiction books. This one was written in 1895. As you might be able to guess, it's not very technologically advanced. It was 1895, so everything that is portrayed in that book, it's things that you're like, okay, this is not like, I don't know, it's pretty weird in that sense, because you know science fiction is not like that nowadays. As a fan of science fiction, I feel like I should read those books, and I do enjoy them. It is more descriptive than any book that I usually read, or any young adult book that you might read. But I find that's how everyone wrote books back then. Every book that I read that it's previous to, I don't know, 1950 maybe, or every book that I read previous to 1950 is very descriptive, and it's sometimes a bit boring to read, I will say that, but I do enjoy that older style of writing books. I did enjoy it. There's not that much that goes on in the book, I will say, so I only recommend this one if you do really like science fiction. The last thing I'm going to share with you is actually a short story called The Lottery, and it is like 8 pages long. It's super short, but it is the one that inspired the Hunger Games, and I decided to read it because I hadn't read it before. I don't know why. I have heard about it many times, but I never read it. I don't know, it's so short, like it's really short. But I did like it. It's one of those short stories that it's really well written. I mean, it's not that much of a plot because it's short, but it's like an anticipation from the start. Like, if you read it or if you've read it, you feel anticipation from the start, and you kind of know what's gonna go on. But the way it's written is just really good. I did really like it. I mean, just go ahead and read it. It's so short. You should all read it. I mean, go ahead and do it. Those are the books that I have been reading, and I hope you guys get some nice recommendations from here, and let me know if you decided to read any of them. And also let me know, what are you currently reading? Please give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you guys later with another video. Bye! And go read!